Back in 2019, when the Blade reboot was announced, the excitement level was unmeasurable. Ali and Kevin Feige walked onto that stage and announced that the Academy Award-winning actor will be portraying that of Eric Brooks. We were all blown away at the announcement, right? The hype level shot through the roof. In fact, it exploded. That's right. If you were not around or simply was not paying attention at that time, I feel sorry for you, man, because as a fan, it sent chills up our spines. Now you fast forward to 2025. Nearly 6 years later, we have yet to get that movie. Now, what I want to do today is I want to cover an article that is stating a simple fact, but I do feel that Marvel Studios has already recognized this. Now look, before I get started, do your boy 3 major favors. Trying to reach that big number of 100,000 subs. That's right, I am now chasing a plaque. So I'll be highly appreciative if you help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. Then after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's news. This article is coming from OnlyComicUniverse.com. It's titled, "The Marvel Blade Movie is Now Starting to Feel Pointless." And it was published on January the 26th, 2025. I know, I'm behind the 8 ball regarding this news. But I wanted to give you guys a breather. Why? Because I plan on going hard in 2025 behind that of Blade, because I am so sick and tired of Marvel Studios treating this character wrongly. Don't get me wrong, we have Wesley Snipes' Blade moving forward, but it's a shame that it's nearly 6 years later and we have yet to get this movie. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. This is just disgraceful. All right, let's go. Where's my article? Here it is. It's been over 5 years since Mahershala Ali was cast as Blade to star in his own movie, which will be a remake of the 1990s Wesley Snipes movies. Now, the original plan was for the Blade reboot to be simply a remake. Nothing was going to be different but Ali playing that of Eric Brooks. I don't know why they derailed themselves from that direction. Sometimes you can just make mistakes, I guess. The chaos that ensued after this is dampening for most fans of the character. Delays, change of directors, still no start onto production, and the only thing that remains consistent over these years is Ali's role as the vampire hunter. It's even more insulting towards the film that Blade featured in Deadpool and Wolverine with Wesley Snipes reprising his role. Deadpool and Wolverine didn't start production until well after the announcement at 2019's San Diego Comic-Con. In fact, it's only been announced 2 years. That's right. They announced Deadpool and Wolverine in 2023 and it came out in 2024. Just want to point that out. Even now, with no news in sight, no submitted release date, and no news on production, it's beginning to feel like a completely pointless movie. I speak to a lot of Marvel fans, and people often forget Blade is even happening. It's understandable when it's lost in the midst of upcoming films such as Avengers Doomsday, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man 4, Captain America Brave New World, and even Thunderbolts. Now, he's mentioning these titles because none of them was announced more than 3 years ago. That's right. Avengers Doomsday just got announced last year. Fantastic Four just got announced last year. We already got a trailer. That movie is done filming. They're editing it right now. Spider-Man 4 just recently got announced, but we know that they're going to move forward with that. Captain America Brave New World has already been released, and I highly recommend it. Fire-ass movie. Don't let the haters deteriorate you for checking it out. And even Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is done, finished, and ready to be released. So, right now, Blade, nearly 6 years ago, other films has been announced no more than 3. Just want to point that out. All right. It's not often Marvel drops the ball in their roadmap. Release dates often move around to accommodate other things, but I don't think I ever seen a Marvel project in such disarray as Blade. And I explained that to you guys as well. I'm like, damn, you're losing all these directors, you're losing all these writers, you put the film on hold indefinitely. I have never seen that from Marvel Studios before. They have been around since 2000 and what? When did Iron Man come out? 8? And they have never had a project that had this much trouble. Yeah, you can say Thor, The Dark World, they had to change directors, but that was only one. Blade has seen 3 directors, and right now there isn't any attached. And we're going to go over why exactly no director is attached. All right, I've always been on the fence in regards to this, as I think Wesley Snipes is going to be difficult to replace, considering what he brought to the role in the 1990s. He was incredible, and it feels like what Robbie Downey Jr. does for Iron Man. Nobody can replace Jr. as Iron Man. Saying that, I do think Blade does have a place in the current MCU, and I love to see a movie that allows for other characters to be introduced, such as Moon Knight and others. But even Moon Knight feels like a pointless character too. There was a huge scope for them to begin doing something like the Midnight Suns. Which could have been brilliant, but I can't see anything like that form happening now. I personally feel like they need to scrap this and go back to the drawing board. Mahershala Ali isn't getting any younger. He is now 50 years old. As much as I think Ali would do a good job as Blade, I do believe someone younger needs to come in, as harsh as that sounds. Marvel should really come out and explain what is going on with this movie. It's unfair to fans, and it's also unfair to Mahershala Ali. Marvel has already done very well with their roadmap. I'm sorry, you guys, because they do have typos here. Roadmap, besides a few release dates changing here and then to accommodate other things, they have dropped the ball with this project, though it's a shame. All right. Listen. It was pointless the day Wesley Snipes walked on to the screen in Deadpool and Wolverine. The moment that happened, Ali's version was dead. And it's no fault to Wesley Snipes, right? It's all a fault of Marvel Studios. It's no fault of Ali 100%, I would say, because I did hear that Ali was challenging the scripts. He was challenging the direction. Thus, we do not have this movie today. Which brings me to my major point here. It's pointless. Just as the article implies. Nobody wants this Blade anymore. Ali is getting older. He is moving on. He has other projects that he has attached himself to. And Marvel Studios has put the film on hold indefinitely. To my recollection, when you put a film on hold indefinitely, it tends to not come out. So all of this, we're dedicated to Blade. We're going to make the movie and so on and so forth. We're trying to crack it and all that. I feel like it's a facade. They have no plans on giving you this Blade movie. Why? Because of all of the reporting I've been doing over the past few months. I've been telling you that Marvel Studios is all in on Wesley Snipes' Blade. Now, Deadpool and Wolverine made $1.3 billion worldwide. So that means $1.3 billion worldwide worth of people saw Wesley Snipes as Blade and was instantly reminded as to how good he is in the role. Yeah, we have a few people who saying, look, I want Ali as Blade. I want a younger Blade. And don't get me wrong, eventually we will get there. But at this very moment, I feel that a younger Blade time has passed. We're now into the multiverse regarding that of the MCU. You have seen Snipes in Deadpool and Wolverine. We know that he is still around. We also know that Ryan Reynolds wants him to reprise the role of Eric Brooks. A person who I feel is going to have free reign and control over that Deadpool franchise and anything that's intertwined with it. So yes, this Blade is starting to feel pointless. And I feel that Marvel Studios has recognized that. That's right. There's a reason why the film was put on hold indefinitely after Deadpool and Wolverine. Why not before? Why not before? It was put on hold indefinitely because they are quietly trying to remove themselves from the movie. They may have asked Ali, look, just can you be a little bit quiet about this? You know, we don't want people to know how much we dropped the ball with you. You know, you're a 2-time Academy Award winning actor, and we really and truly do not want to put any stain on your reputation, right? So hold it down a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to let this film just disappear in the mist. Put it on the back burner. Then after we put it on the back burner, we're going to put it in the oven. Then after we put it in the oven, we're going to take it out the oven and we're going to set it on the grill. Then after we set it on the grill, we're going to take it to the dumpster. We're going to dump the grease out and we're going to let go of the pot. That's right. We're going to throw the whole thing away. I feel like that is the conversation that has happened. Ali, at this very moment, he's not interested in Blade anymore. It's a waste of his time. And it's starting to feel like a waste of all of our time. Now, as you know, regarding this matter, before Wesley Snipes returned to reprise his role as Blade, I was all about Ali's version. Every reporting that I gave to you guys, it was all about Ali's version. But even before Wesley returned, I noticed that we were not getting much from Ali's version of Blade. I said, you know what? There's no real progress here. And I had begun to call it out. But after seeing Deadpool and Wolverine, I instantly understood what was going on. I got it then. Now, I see that there's some people out there who doesn't. They feel like Ali has a shot of playing this character. And he may have a shot, but I feel like it's never going to happen. You can only hold an actor under contract for so long. You have a certain amount of time to produce a film before he say, look, I'm moving on. And I'll give you a good example here. Will Smith in Deadshot. Many people do not know that the only reason why Will Smith moved on from the Deadshot role was Warner Brothers was dragging their feet on the sequel. And not to mention, he was supposed to get his own Deadshot movie, and they were dragging their feet on that as well. So what happened? Will Smith moved on. He moved on. By the time James Gunn got around to do the Suicide Squad, he had to put Idris Elba in the role. There's a reason why the two characters are so similar. Because originally, they wanted Will Smith back as Deadshot. But unfortunately, they did not do what they were entitled to do to get the ball rolling on the sequel. So eventually, Will Smith moved on. He doesn't even talk about Deadshot anymore. Think about that. Same thing that is happening with Ali at this very moment. The man doesn't even talk about Blade anymore. In fact, he has now took down all of the pictures and posters that was related to Blade off of his page. Go look it up. Go look it up. So that tells me that Ali has moved on and Marvel Studios has also moved on. So the Blade reboot is pointless only because the conversation may need to stop because it's probably never going to happen. I'm your boy. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end up your boy with that algorithm. If you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Trying to reach that magical number of 100,000 subs. So I'll be highly appreciative if you will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. Then after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know if you agree with me in this article when we say that the Blade reboot is now starting to feel pointless. And always remember, laissez le bon temps rouler. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.